The sun had just risen, casting a warm glow over the dusty streets, when Ayan, a 20-year-old young man, stood in front of his small workshop. The sign above the door read, Dream Factory, a name people often laughed at because Ayan was always thinking up new ideas. He didn't have much: old tools, limited money, and a life that seemed to challenge him at every step. But in his eyes, there was a spark. The kind of spark found only in people who simply refused to quit. Ayan grew up in poverty. Paying school fees was difficult, clothes were always worn out, and sometimes there wasn't enough food at home. But his father used to say something that stuck with him forever. Son, if the road is tough, it means the destination is great. When Ayan turned 15, his father fell seriously ill and couldn't work anymore. The responsibility of the entire house suddenly fell on Ayan's shoulders. He quit school and took over the small workshop, and that's when his real journey began. Ayan had a big dream. He wanted to build a creative innovation lab where poor children could learn skills for free, build machines, and create a better future. But people laughed at him. Bro, you can't even handle this old workshop. A lab? Seriously? Dreams don't fill your stomach. Wake up to reality. Ayan just smiled, but deep inside his heart whispered, people who can't dream will always call dreamers crazy. His first project was a solar-powered study lamp. He wanted kids in the village to be able to study without worrying about electricity. He worked day and night for 3 days, reusing old batteries, fixing broken parts, and finally, he created it. The village gathered to watch it. But the moment he turned it on, the lamp blew out. People laughed louder than ever. Someone said, told you, he only sells dreams. Another said, poor kid has lost his mind. Ayan cried that night. He locked the workshop and thought, maybe people are right. Maybe I'm not good enough. The next morning, Ayan found a little boy, Sufian, standing outside the workshop holding the broken lamp. He said, Bia, it broke. But for the few minutes it worked, I read a whole page of my book. Please make it again, please. Tears filled Ayan's eyes. He realized something powerful. Even a moment of light can change someone's life. Right then, he decided, I'm not giving up. Ayan started working again. This time he watched tutorials, tested every battery, fixed the solar angle, and carefully rebuilt the lamp. 10 days later, the lamp was ready. And this time, it worked. Bright, strong, perfect. People were amazed. Kids danced around him. Sufian hugged the lamp like it was treasure. Ayan understood. Life tries to break you until you prove you're unbreakable. Ayan understood. Life tries to break you until you prove you're unbreakable. Ayan changed the workshop's name from Dream Factory to Golden Minds Lab. He started free classes, basic electricity, woodwork, DIY machines, mobile repair, creative projects. Soon, 40 kids were coming every day. Every day, a tiny idea turned into a real creation. But life tests everyone. One night, a short circuit caused a fire. The entire lab burned down. Tools, machines, projects, everything turned to ash. Ayan watched his dreams burn. He broke down completely. Maybe I was born the wrong time. Maybe my dreams really are too big. Once again, the world whispered, give up, it's over. The next morning, as Ayan sat on the ashes, the same kids came to him. Each child carried a tiny item. One brought 50 rupees, another an old battery, another a screwdriver. Someone brought a broken toy motor. Sufian stepped forward and said, Bia, the lab existed because of you, and it will exist again because of us. We'll rebuild it together. Ayan's soul lit up again. He realized, a dream supported by people can never burn down. For 2 months, the villagers and kids worked together to rebuild the lab. This time, it was bigger, stronger, and more beautiful than ever. Ayan sparked light in the village. The kind of light that comes from courage, belief, and hard work. His story went viral online. TV channels interviewed him. An NGO offered him funding. Golden Minds Lab became an innovation hub, producing young inventors and creators. During an interview, Ayan was asked, what's the secret of your success? He smiled and said, when life pushed me down, I learned. When people laughed, I worked harder. When my workshop burned, I didn't let my dream burn. And when I was alone, my dreams stood with me. Then he looked at the camera and said, If your dreams don't scare you, they're not dreams. 11. The golden message. Ion's story teaches us. Big dreams are always tough. People will always laugh. Fires will burn, nights will be dark. But those who don't stop, they win. Life always supports people who don't abandon themselves. Today, Golden Minds Lab has changed the future of thousands of kids, all because one young man refused to give up. And on every wall of the lab, these words are written. As long as there is light in your heart, no darkness can defeat you.